So there I was, updating metadata for a whole bunch of new, fresh-baked videos when it happened. The new Star Wars trailer aired at halftime of Monday Night Football last night, and the whole world went bananas. I was looking up on Twitter, and everybody's talking about the trailer this and the trailer that, and people were asking me, hey, Dave, did you watch the trailer? And I said, no, I'm not going to watch the trailer. I don't want to watch the trailer. I'm trying to abstain as much as possible from, knowing too much about the movie before going in. I want to be unspoiled. I want to see the movie new. I want to be a delicate Star Wars butterfly from Naboo, a delicate Nabooian butterfly. And then like 10 minutes later, I'm watching the trailer. And watching this, and the first thing I noticed, which I didn't really notice too much from the teaser and from the first trailer, is that this is definitely not a George Lucas movie. George Lucas is nowhere near this movie. I love the color palette that Abrams uses in this film. It's definitely not Lucas, who is, his colors in the prequels were really sharp, really clear. You could see the CG all over the place. Whereas, well, obviously Abrams has said that he's not going to be using, or reduced usage of CGI, more practical effects, and more practical sets. So here's something that was kind of surprising. The very first frame starts with a single stroke on a piano, and in otherwise complete silence, which I was expecting, the Star Wars thing, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure how I feel about that. In fact, the traditional Star Wars music was really nowhere to be heard, except for the very end, when you heard a very slowed down version of the Star Wars theme. I'm gonna try to process that a little bit. I absolutely love these really ultra long shots with stuff happening in the very distant background. I don't know what it is about those shots, but I find those to be really appealing to me. And I guess, is that a Star Destroyer back there? Is that because it looked cool? It was just going straight up I can't show you the picture, but it goes straight up into the air like that, which is kind of an interesting shot. And I am 100% in love with what they're doing with the stormtroopers and the First Order. It's very, very Third Reichy and very intimidating. I've said before in other videos that I'm a bit of a World War II historian. Well, not a historian, but I just like to read about it and learn about it and study it. I find that period of history fascinating, and the imagery that they're using for these stormtroopers is just it's striking. It's like I said, it's chilling. The comparisons that you can easily make to that era. This bit with Kylo Ren is very convincing. He's starting to scare me just a little bit, and I like that a lot because I want a really convincing villain for this. And yes, it does look like we're going to get some J.J. Abrams lens flares, but that's okay, J.J. You go on, make your movie. You go on. And after the really just poor acting performances throughout in the prequels, even from the A-list actors like Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor and Natalie Portman, it was just abysmal. We could put a lot of that on George as a director, but I'm really excited to see some really good actors getting all actory on their scenes here. Guys like Oscar Isaacs, who I've loved and everything he's been in, including the bad ones like Sucker Punch, and Adam Driver and John Boyega. These guys all look great. And then right here, Candy and I and the Ninja were watching the trailer together, and we had this exchange where we see the Millennium Falcon, and I said, that's the Millennium freaking Falcon. And Candy's like, yeah, it is. And I said, you know who's flying that thing? And she says, Han Solo? And I said, you're damn right he is. Han freaking Solo, man. Look, Han Solo. Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. Yes. Really, though, this looks amazing. And here they just give you a second of these two shots. You've got Leia and Han Solo embracing. You barely get a second of that in the trailer, and which suggests to me that maybe Leia doesn't play a very big role in the movie. But it's really touching. That looks like a heartfelt hug, doesn't it? Oh, Han Solo and Leia. Huh? And then you get a second of what I'm pretty sure that's Luke Skywalker in his, Jedi, outfit or whatever with R2. And I'm hoping that this is not a bad sign in terms of us not getting a whole lot of Luke in the film. I don't want this to be a Luke Skywalker story, but I would like to see more because, he's grown to be a very powerful Jedi. And when I hear him speak, when I heard the, I'm a Jedi like my father before me, from the last trailer, I want to hear Luke be like a very, seasoned, powerful Jedi. I'd like to see at least some of that. Now this I like a lot. That's a stormtrooper getting winged by a blaster shot. And what you'll notice isn't happening is him lurching backwards with his arms all flailing about and dying instantly from, from getting winged in the shoulder. No, this stormtrooper, I mean, he takes the shot, and he flinches back a little bit, but he stays up, he stays standing, he's upright. And that suggests to me, hopefully, that we've got some actual, badass stormtroopers instead of the usual, blaster fodder that we've seen before. And same thing with the droids. What is the point of those droids from the prequels, man? Those droids were the worst. They were the absolute worst. They were stupid. They didn't... Anyway, I don't want to get off a tangent, but I would like to see some actual badass enemies here. Now, we got a clip of this exchange in the teaser with Kylo Ren and his blade, but this scene actually gives us a little more depth to what's happening here in that scene. And I really love this shot because it's like an over-the-shoulder shot or from the side of John Boyega, of Finn, right? Of Finn. And I mean, he's about to take on Kylo Ren, and he looks terrified. I mean, when in the trailer, you see him kind of jump back, and he's like, "Oh crap!" I'm done for. I'm gonna die. You could see it in his eyes. Yeah, I've been holding out on expectations for years now. Actually, even before we saw the first teaser. I've been afraid to be optimistic. I didn't want to get let down again. I want to love these movies so bad that I didn't want to set myself up for disappointment. Kind of like what happened with the prequels, where I was just unbelievably excited about that, and then just to get let down by the Phantom Menace. I didn't want that to happen again, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about the future of Star Wars and this movie specifically. I mean, it's not like I wasn't going to see it. I was going to see it anyway. I was going to see it if we got scenes of Jar Jar Binks and a couple Ewoks shooting finger guns at stormtroopers. I mean, no matter what, I was going to see this movie. But now I feel like maybe I can embrace it and embrace everything else, including, the sequels and seeing the movie a couple times and buying all the Blu-rays and the steel books and all the merchandise and the posters and the characters and everything. I want it all. I want it all. So what about you, Fresh Bake? Did you see the trailer? Did you like it? Are you encouraged? Or are you worried at all? Is there something that you didn't get that you wanted to see? Let me know, Fresh Baked, in the comments below. And until next time, may the Force be with you and stuff. And Fresh Baked and stuff. We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out our Secrets in History videos, or maybe our ride-throughs. Or you can just watch all of our weekly trip reports and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. It truly is the best of Disney Baked Fresh Daily. Oh, and don't forget, you can support Fresh Baked through our Patreon campaign, link below. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Fresh Baked!